Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Why Did You Cover That Song? And today we're going to cover Evergreen by the incredible Barbra Streisand. I always loved that song, and one of the reasons I really love the song is because it encapsulates so perfectly the dream, the moment that we have experienced two opposites, two individuals, the morning glory and the midnight sun, coming together as one love that is seldom seen by two. And I believe personally that these are the most incredible, beautiful, intimate moments where divine love manifests in our life, when we find someone that seems to be just not the other half, but like the complete other being who allows me and sees me and embraces me and receives me. And I can do the same for them because the relationship is mutual. And when this happens, we create a very powerful alchemy of opposites coming as one, which love has kind of won the battle to become the most important energy. It has bypassed every paradox. It has bypassed every programming of separation. It has given us the glimpse of the original intention of creation when two beings could come together as one. And so this is divine love. This is divine love in action. And that's why, of course, I covered the song. Now, one of the things that I note, especially for those who identify with having been in a twin flame union, one of the things that happens when this happens, when we fall deeply in love, but even if you have no label to it, which it doesn't even matter, when this happens, what is actually happening is your heart is open. That feeling of love and ecstasy and bliss and orgasmic joy is the most powerful state of a human being, right? And so when we get to be in love with the other person, that is actually happening for us to open up our hearts and feel what is in there. So then you may ask, why doesn't it stay that way? I know I certainly asked that because no matter how wonderful those incredible moments are, for many of us, they don't remain. For most of us, they won't remain. And why? Because when our heart is completely open and there's so much light, right? If we can imagine that there's so much light, what that love is going to do for us is it's going to bring up the shadows that have separated us from this love before. And it's also going to start shedding light on other incidences in the past where we did not choose this divine love. So now our hearts are wide open and we are loving this person and trusting this person and honoring this person and admiring this person, right? Bringing our worship to this person, our worship of love. Now they go and do something that triggers us from a past of when love was taken away from us, and immediately that level of pain shows up. I remember the very first argument I had with someone incredibly special, and we were in our first week of this love nest, and I couldn't sleep properly. Every time I moved, I would wake him up. So by night 5, he decided he was going to go sleep on the deck. And I remember that it was the first time since we had come together that my beloved wanted to separate, and he wanted to go and sleep just to get a good night rest, just a couple of hours, and then he'd be right back. And I remember that although I could rationally understand that, emotionally what was happening is I was sat on the bed thinking, oh my God, it's happening again. He's gonna leave me. Oh my God, I'm still not gonna be enough for this one. And what happens is we get to play out all the trauma that has been unresolved and unhealed in the past. with this new lover. And I have come to understand that love is all about divine alchemy. It is all about opening the heart, shedding light, right? And then clearing all the shadow that this beautiful mirror is allowing for me to see now that my heart is open. If I was to start projecting on this person, it's like they are the same as all the others, what's going to happen? I'm going to start putting on that filter. I'm going to start putting on that consciousness, and they're going to start doing exactly that. So what I will say is that for us to maintain this level of divine alchemy, we need to be willing to evolve with whoever is in front of us. We need to be willing to accept that that great love within us is our own, and then hopefully continue to build with others. So if you've ever been fortunate enough to feel this dream state, to actually have found someone that you think, oh yes, then you probably have been initiated, right, in your journey of evolution and consciousness, to own all the light that is within your heart. Because I believe that this love that Barbra is beautifully singing about, the love that we saw in A Star Is Born, the movie that was made in 1976, it ended up in tragedy, yes. And why? Because they could not mutually evolve together, right? She at a certain point took off in her career, and he felt left behind, unworthy of her, and therefore love destroyed him, right? But it wasn't love that destroyed him, it was his shadows, his addiction that destroyed him. So we need to understand that love is always here as a healer. I think that's very important for me. And also that divine love is mine. That same feeling that I had of bliss, and that same feeling I had of devastation with a small little argument that made no sense, all of that is my stuff to sort out within me. And I get to dance, to play that out with a willing partner. The minute they become unwilling, well, we'll talk about that in another video, okay? But the point I really want to make with this video and why I covered this song is because I believe that this song encapsulates the dream of divine love, of sharing that love. And my invitation to you would be not only to share that love with that one specific person, but to realize that that state of love is the most powerful state that you could possibly have, to create anything, to live your life, to enjoy your life, to bring your service to the world. And that's the state that we want to cultivate interior, right? So I strive to be in love with life and be in love with the person that is in front of me at all times. And of course, really enjoying the love with a partner that is next to me. And that is the dream. That is the dream. In the Mayan calendar, I'm a dreamer. So that makes total sense to me, that the dream and the dream of oneness and unity is the most important dream, because I believe love will heal the world. And I hope that's been meaningful to you. And I hope you sit and enjoy the song in a whole new way. And much love to you. Until the next time. Bye for now.